My name is Alejandro Castro. Today I wanted to do something more casual, so I decided to record this fourth episode of the bed boards preparation series and do like a more casual conversation and tell you a little bit about something that is very important in the preparation for exams like the NAVLE. Because it's very common for people to ask, how many hours do I need to study, right? It's a very common question that you see in forums. I got asked that question several times by students. And the answer is, it depends. But let's start with this. So you're either a morning person or you are not. And this is very relevant because you need to have a routine and structure in order to study. So one of my tips that really helped me, it worked really well for me, is waking up really early. I'm a morning person. I prefer waking up really early than going to bed really late. So the way it worked, so when I took the NAVLE and I got my results, I had a score right in the mean, it was not like super good, but if I would have, even in my standard deviation, I would have passed. So when I took the exam, I was confident that I did well. So how did I get to that level of confidence? Like going to the exam and said, I'm thinking, leaving the exam and saying like I passed, is with consistency. So, okay, let me tell you a little bit about what I did. So at that time I was doing my master's and I was also teaching classes. And I enjoy my free time activities like going to the gym, meeting friends, and all of these things. And that's really an essential part also of your study strategy. You need to have activities that allow you to relax and think about something else. So I used to be really good at waking up early, but I'm in my 30s now and I don't feel with the same level of energy that when I was like in my 20s. So I called my mom one day and I asked her, could you wake me up tomorrow at 5 a.m.? And I know it sounds like a little crazy, but the time difference is in another country, so by the time that is 5 a.m. for me, for her it was like 7 a.m. and she's also a morning person. So she could do that and I was like, I need you to give me a call every day at 5 a.m. if that's possible. And that's what she did. She called me every morning, 5 a.m. And the first week was very difficult because it was, getting up, going to my desk, open whatever program I was using for studying and start studying. But you just need that momentum. Just start studying, like wake up, start studying, and just do it like every day. And that's pretty much what I did. So I was studying about 2.5 hours. At first I started like with 2 hours and then I increased that to 2.5 hours, 3 hours. In between, like I would say after 1.5 hours of start studying, I went to the kitchen, make some coffee, come back, continue reviewing concepts and stuff like that. But it really helped me, and it can really help you if you know how to use this technique. So by 8 a.m. I had already studied 3 hours with no interruptions because everybody was sleeping, and you pretty much don't have too much interruptions at that time. So I could go to my classes, to teach, to my teaching activities, all of those things, because I was done for the day for studying, and I was studying every day, even some days. Like sometimes I took a day off, like Saturday or Sunday, but I was studying like literally every day. So meaning that during the week I was putting like three 21 hours of studying, but I was done at 7 and I could do all the other things. So that's a very important thing. If you can develop that habit, that would be really helpful. Another thing is doing that, but at night. I know that some people, they don't like waking up. They are not morning people, so they prefer doing it very staying up late. That's something you can do as well, as long as you keep consistency, because that is the most important thing. I will go back with more tips. I just like to keep my videos very short. I don't want to bore people with my stories, but I hope I can give you more tips in the future. If you have comments, please put your comments, your questions, and I will be happy to answer. Yeah, so that's pretty much one of my first tips for this series. Okay, keep up the good work and see you next time.